Hey, so I wanted to share this amazing little training that I actually worked through myself. This has just been my own personal journey, even right up until today. And that's the beauty of life, is that we're all on a journey. We all get to grow and experience shifts and breakthroughs. And, just when we reach one level of success, we have more shit that shows up, and then we get to have the next level of growth and breakthrough. And so what I wanted to share with you today was that feeling that I've been in it myself, and working through some of it with friends and colleagues and clients, of just feeling so much anxiety that you just literally want to crawl into bed and hide, or drink wine and watch shitty TV. It's just escape that anxiety. But what that anxiety is telling us is that it's really it's a gift, right? If we choose to see it that way, it could be our greatest opportunity for growth. So I want to share 4 steps to get out of that anxious mode instantly, but really not avoiding the anxiety, but leaning into it. So I'm going to share exactly what I've been going through, my own process, and seeing the distortion that it is and how it's helped me kind of have this breakthrough. And it always comes back to this. For me, my distortion is always that question of that I'm not enough, right? And it shows up over and over again. Every time I up-level it, every time I have a breakthrough, every time I move to a new level of success or a goal or achieve something, it shows up. And I can literally feel that in my stomach. I feel a sense of being bloated, or I feel like I'm hungry when I shouldn't be, that my stomach is in knots, that I actually feel like a ton of physical pain in my stomach, in my belly, which is fascinating, right? It's always present there. And that is a place where anger and anxiety manifest in the gut. So the pain that's being stored in my body due to this vibration that I put out there, that I'm not enough, right? And it's a distortion, and I know that it's a lie, and it displays itself as anxiety, right? And how it shows up. Well, specifically, it shows up in a feeling of, oh my gosh, if I don't do a good job, I'm gonna not make money. And if I don't make money, I'm gonna run out. If I run out, then I'm a failure, and then I'm not enough. Or, that I believe, that making money is really, really hard. And so now I have to prove myself, and I have to work really, really hard in order to make that money so that I can prove that I'm enough. Again, this has been my unconscious commitment, and it may not even be my own. I may have been coded with this from generations deep. And this is the process I want to jump right into right now, and hopefully help you work through your own anxiety, your own feelings, and unpack that. So I basically have these just kind of 4 steps that help me process this. But I wanted to give you some context here, right? So I decided, based on this distortion, that in order for me to make money, I have to show up in a certain way. And that really creates for me hiding who I really am. That I have to please somebody, that I have to shape shift and lie, essentially, in order to make money, that I have to compromise and sacrifice myself, my beliefs, who I am and what I stand for in order to make money. So this, of course, then supports the belief that making money is really hard, because it's very hard to wear a mask. It's very hard to be an imposter, right? It creates a lot of stress and anxiety, and it takes a lot of energy to do that. So the distortion shows up for me as well in the fear that the money will run out, and if I run out of money, I'll be desolate, and I can't take care of my daughter, and I'll be suffering, and I'll be trapped, and I'll never be able to do anything I want. And it again shows up in that terrible pain in my gut, and I feel that. I feel the bloating, I feel the tension. So can I see that this energy, that this frequency is exactly what I get reflecting back at me, right? I'm putting out anxious energy, I get anxious energy back. So I hope you can relate to that. And that's where I want to drop in and give these 4 strategies, these 4 steps. They're not really strategies, it's just really like being super aware. So the first thing is just that awareness. Can I see that the energy I'm putting out is exactly what I'm reflecting back? Can you see that for yourself, that you're in an anxious state? So that is a frequency you're putting out into the universe, and staying in that state of anxiety is of course going to pull more of that back in. And that's a whole other training. First step, it's really a pre-step, and it's what's causing the anxiety, and being able to just love it and not judge it. Like, okay, I'm in a position right now where I can say, I love the anger and frustration I feel. Like, thank you so much, universe, because I'm choosing to see this as a gift and not just a distortion, but a gift that I'm having this show up in my life right now for a reason, and I love experiencing this pain because here's what I get to do with it. The pain is simply just a measurement tool. The pain is simply there to let me know it's a warning sign. Oh, and now I get to change. I get to do something about it, right? And they say in life, like, pain is part of being alive. Suffering is a choice. So can I ditch the suffering and keep the lesson? Yeah. So step number 1, boom, pour it out of your body, right? Get that anger, that frustration, that anxiety. What is the trigger? What is causing that anxiety? Get it out. Put it on paper. Vent to a friend or friends. Go for a run. Drink the wine and watch the shitty TV. Crawl into bed for a little bit and just own it and honor it, and not wallow in it, but just be okay with being angry and frustrated and anxious. Because if we try to suppress it, guess what? It's just going to rear its ugly head again. So own it. Drop the judgment, drop the shame, and just stand in your worth and say, I am worthy of feeling exactly what I want to feel. And these feelings are showing up for me perfectly. I am drinking the wine and watching the shitty TV perfectly. I'm crawling into bed and it's perfect for me right now. I am venting to a friend and it is not complaining. It's just simply, you need to get it out of your body. For me, journaling is a great practice, but I also do enjoy venting, and I do enjoy drinking the wine. And once it's out, so now we're going to move into step 2. Once it's out of your body, then you can get clarity, right? How do you know it's out of your body? Well, the judgment is dissolved. The resistance is dissolved. When you're in that state of anxiety and the emotion of the anger and the frustration, it's like, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. And then that creates more of the anxiety and the shutdown and wanting to go into that space. But if you allow yourself a judgment-free zone of just being okay with being angry and frustrated, your body starts to release from it. You're getting it out. And you can literally feel that judgment dissolving and the resistance coming down. And the I don't knows and the I'm so confused start to transform into, interesting. What is possible? What are some possibilities here for solutions? What could I create out of this? And you start to shift from, I don't know, to I'm really curious. And then you have this physical sensation of lightness come over you. So maybe for me, it's like pangs in my stomach start to unclench, and I can feel the resistance lightening. And the second is just that there's no attachment to the outcome, right? When you're in the state of pain and anxiety, it's also just trying to figure out, like, well, if I do this, or I say this, or if I suppress my feelings, or if I worry enough about it, then I will get this result that I really want, right? So wanting to control the outcome and needing it to look a certain way. When that is gone, like when you see that really doesn't matter, it's not up to you what the outcome is, then it's safe to say you've gotten the pain out of your body, right? And all that matters in this exact moment is how you feel, right? That's it. Your opportunity in this exact moment is to just show up and be loving to yourself and maybe the person that's involved, and to feel awesome. That's it. That's your only job. Release from everything else. That's a choice. You can make that choice in an instant. You can just simply choose, I want to feel awesome right now. And now, boom, you've made room for clarity. So what's the clarity? Then it's just a simple question. What do I really want to feel? Creative, expansive, free. You know, what are you dedicated to? Like, for me, it's like, I just want to help other people feel awesome from my soul. Like, I can't turn it off. I just, it's like me and my essence. And now moving into step 3, which is separate from the distortion and see how you've perceived the world through it. This is massive, right? So what do I mean by this? Well, you have this distortion, let's say that you're not enough, right? And so, well, how do you view the world? How do you see the world? Like, the world is full of lack. The world is not enough, right? If this is how I choose to see the world, then no one is enough. There's never enough time. There's never enough money. There's never enough. I'm not enough. And everything is going to run out. And so guess what shows up for me is exactly what I'm looking for, right? And that may be true for you too. So I know for me, if I see the world as lack and that there's not enough, then guess what? I seek work that feels really hard so that I can show myself that making money is really hard. I look for relationships that feel really one-sided so that I can show that there's never enough love. I look for connections that feel less like they're not meeting my expectations so I can feel disappointed, and then I can say, see, no one is enough. I find work that doesn't inspire me so that I can not do the best job because it's uninspiring, and then it supports the belief, see, I'm not enough. I couldn't do that. I failed. Wow, right? Like, holy shit. So this step 4, now that you're like, oh, I see the world through this distortion and it's creating this experience because I'm looking for it, right? You will always find the truth based on what you believe. That's how your mind works. But we're going deeper. We're going into the soul on this. So number 4 is now just ask yourself, like, what would it look like if you saw the world without that distortion? Right? Take a looking glass and get like a little sneak peek. Get curious. Well, what would the world look like? If I took off that distortion, if I took it off my perception, and I said, well, what if I thought that there's so much abundance and love and opportunity, like literally like trillions of dollars, like flying through the universe, all over the place, all this love, all this abundance, like everywhere, right? Like it's an effortless creation. The world is in a constant state of expansion, and it's just energy that can't be created or destroyed, just amplified and transformed, and it's constantly moving, and it's just so abundant. How does that feel? Whew. Does this sneak peek of the universe without your distorted lens on match like your highest identity, right? So to simply say, does this feel better? Does viewing the world without this distortion feel better to me? Yeah, boom. Oh wait, holy shit. Wait, where did that anxiety go? Oh, if I want to carry the distortion, then I can completely live in the anxiety. Or I can decide, or really, it's not a decision, it's a choice, right? I can choose. I can command that distortion to just dissolve because it doesn't serve me in my greatest identity, in my highest self, not what God put me here for. So, if you're feeling anxious and you're feeling it crawling into bed, I hope that those 4 steps really help you work through and come to that place. And again, it can happen like that. And I'm all about, like, let it happen in an instant. Let it happen. Let it be easy. Because at the end of the day, it's just a decision. It's just a choice that you get to make, right? And it's really freaking easy. Without the distortion, you get to perceive the world in this way. Does that feel better? Yeah. What's your only job? In the present moment, to feel awesome and to put loving energy out there. That's it. Boom. I hope that really helps. Peace out. Have a rockin' Sunday. Much love.